In this bone-chilling, relentlessly intense installment of the best-selling Edge of Collapse series, USA Today best-selling author Kyla delivers a phenomenal masterclass in winter survival and societal breakdown. While the first book focused heavily on Noah Sheridan's desperate escape from captivity, Edge of Madness shifts its focus to parallel events unfolding back in the small town of Fall Creek, southwest Michigan. The story follows Noah Sheridan, a dedicated small-town deputy still grieving the mysterious 5-year disappearance of his wife, Hannah. Hoping to find a moment of healing, Noah takes his young son, Milo, to a local ski resort for some much-needed father-son bonding. The holiday breaks instantly when a massive electromagnetic pulse, EMP weapon, detonates over the United States, instantly disabling the nation's power grid, frying automobile engines, and silencing communications. Even worse, the resort's brand-new backup generators fail. Noah and Milo find themselves trapped on a chairlift, dangling 30 feet above the ground in sub-zero temperatures as a catastrophic, blinding whiteout blizzard slams into the mountain. The narrative stands as a brilliant exploration of the environmental siege and the devolution of order archetypes. Stone masterfully utilizes the claustrophobic heights and Stepford fracturing tropes, trading typical urban riots for a quiet, freezing nightmare where nature is just as lethal as human desperation. The novel explores a high-stakes micro-community war dynamic, detailing how an isolated resort town, physically severed from the rest of civilization by a brutal blizzard, rapidly sheds its veneer of civility as food supplies dwindle and neighbors aggressively choose sides to protect their own families. Stone's signature writing style is deeply emotional, highly sensory, and relentlessly paced. She excels at hypothermic realism, vividly rendering the terrifying physical toll of extreme cold, the loss of motor skills, the fog of mental exhaustion, and the absolute desperation of a father trying to use his own body heat to keep his son alive. The pacing is a downhill avalanche, rocketing forward from the initial frozen survival scenario on the ski lift into a tense tactical struggle to fortify the local community against armed looters and internal betrayals. The book tackles provocative contemporary themes of the profound psychological weight of parental responsibility during a catastrophe, the speed at which structural laws disintegrate without technology, and the moral boundaries ordinary people will cross when freezing to death. It poses a terrifyingly pragmatic question. When the thin line of civilization snaps in the middle of the coldest winter on record, who do you trust to keep your children warm? As Noah manages a daring escape from the lift only to find Fall Creek transforming into a volatile powder keg, the stakes elevate from individual survival to a full-scale battle for the town's soul. The blinding, snow-choked landscapes of southwest Michigan serve as an unforgiving, inescapable cage for the characters. The narrative tension is perfectly sustained by a double-front crisis matrix, the literal fight against freezing to death directly compounding the escalating threat of a power-hungry local militia that wants to seize total control of the remaining fuel and resources. By its breathless final pages, Edge of Madness establishes itself as an incredible, vital pillar of the Edge of Collapse saga, setting up a deeply emotional collision course for the books to come. If you love hyper-realistic, character-driven post-apocalyptic thrillers that combine the grueling environmental stakes of The Revenant with the intense local paranoia of The Walking Dead, think authors like William R. Forstchen, Bobby Akart, or Mike Krause, this spectacular page-turner is an absolute must-read.